Leo 8 Silent adjustments that attract more stability. What if the greatest financial shifts in your life did not arrive with trumpets and fanfare, but crept in quietly? So quietly that you barely noticed them until one day you looked around and realized that everything had changed. That is exactly what the stars are describing for Leo right now. Not a dramatic revolution, not a sudden windfall, not a headline moment that announces your prosperity to the world, but something far more lasting. A series of silent adjustments, invisible to everyone but you, that are slowly, steadily, undeniably drawing more stability into your life. If you are a Leo over 60, and you have been longing for a sense of financial ground beneath your feet, a feeling that things are not always one step away from falling apart, then this message carries something you need to hear. 8 adjustments. 8 quiet shifts that are forming in the energy around your sign. And together, they could create a foundation of stability so solid that the storms of life simply pass over it without damage. Adjustment 1. The first silent adjustment has already begun, and it is happening in the way you hold your body when you think about money. This might sound strange at first. What does your body have to do with your finances? But Leo, your sign rules the heart and the spine, and these two areas of your body are directly connected to your experience of financial security. When you feel financially unstable, your heart races, your chest tightens, your posture collapses inward as if you are trying to protect yourself from an invisible threat. And when you feel stable, your heart is calm, your chest is open, your spine straightens as if it knows it has a strong foundation to rest upon. The first adjustment is a physical one. You are beginning, perhaps without even realizing it, to carry yourself differently when financial topics arise. The tightness is loosening, the collapse is straightening, the armor around your heart is thinning, not because the threats have disappeared, but because something inside you is beginning to feel safe in a way it has not felt in years. This is not a coincidence. The planetary energy currently moving through your first house, the house of identity and physical presence, is recalibrating your nervous system's relationship with financial stress. It is teaching your body that survival mode is no longer necessary, that the constant state of alert, the perpetual bracing for the next financial blow, can be released. And as your body releases that tension, it sends a signal to the universe that says, I am ready for stability. I am open to it. I can hold it without breaking. And the universe, which responds to energetic signals more reliably than it responds to words or wishes, receives that message and begins to rearrange circumstances accordingly. The first adjustment is silent because it happens beneath the surface of your awareness, but its effects ripple outward through every aspect of your financial life, creating conditions where stability is not just possible, but inevitable. Adjustment 2. The second silent adjustment involves a subtle but profound shift in the way you make decisions about money. For years, perhaps for decades, your financial decisions have been driven primarily by 2 forces: fear and obligation. Fear of running out, fear of making the wrong choice, fear of being judged for having too little or spending too much, an obligation to others, to expectations, to patterns of behavior that were established so long ago you have forgotten they were ever choices at all. But something is changing in your decision-making process right now. A third force is entering the equation, and that force is alignment. You are starting to evaluate financial decisions not just by whether they are safe or expected, but by whether they feel right, whether they align with the direction your intuition is pointing, whether they serve the life you are building, not just the life you have inherited. This might look small from the outside. A decision to cancel a subscription that no longer serves you, a decision to invest a small amount in something that excites you rather than something that merely seems prudent, a decision to spend money on an experience that nourishes your soul, rather than saving it out of a sense of duty that brings you no joy. These individual decisions seem insignificant, but together they create a pattern, a new pattern of financial behavior that is aligned with your authentic self, rather than your fearful self. And it is this alignment, this consistency between who you are and how you handle money, that creates the deepest, most lasting form of stability there is. Adjustment 3. The third silent adjustment is a recalibration of your expectations. And this one requires some honesty because for many Leos over 60, expectations have been quietly lowered over the years to the point where they barely register as expectations at all. You have learned to hope for less, to expect less, to prepare yourself for disappointment so that when it arrives, as you have come to assume it will, the fall is shorter. But that protective lowering of expectations has come at a cost. Because the universe is remarkably responsive to what you expect. Not what you wish for, not what you pray for, but what you genuinely expect. And if your expectation is that things will remain difficult, that money will always be tight, that stability is something other people have, then the universe, being the faithful mirror that it is, reflects that expectation back to you as reality. The third adjustment is about quietly, deliberately raising your expectations. Not to unrealistic levels, not to the point of delusion, but to the point of honesty. The honest expectation that someone with your intelligence, your experience, your resilience, your lifetime of navigating challenges, deserves and is capable of achieving genuine financial stability. This is not arrogance. This is accuracy. And when your expectations align with the truth of your capabilities, the universe has no choice but to match them. You do not need to announce this change to anyone. You do not need to make a declaration or write it on your wall. The adjustment is internal. It happens in the quiet moments when you catch yourself expecting the worst and gently, firmly redirect that expectation towards something better. Over time, those small redirections accumulate into a powerful shift in your energetic frequency. And that shift, silent as it is, becomes a magnet for the very stability you have been seeking. Adjustment 4. The fourth silent adjustment has to do with boundaries, specifically financial boundaries. Leos are legendary for their generosity. You give with a warmth and a willingness that few other signs can match. But that generosity, unchecked, can become a leak in the vessel that is supposed to hold your abundance. Money flows in, and before it can settle, before it can accumulate, before it can become the foundation of stability, it flows back out again, directed toward others' needs, others' expectations, others' emergencies. The adjustment happening now is not about becoming selfish. It is about becoming sustainable. It is about recognizing that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that every time you give beyond your means, you are not just depleting your finances, you are depleting the very energy that could be building your stability. The stars are asking you to draw a line. Not a harsh line, not an angry line, but a clear, loving, non-negotiable line that says, I give from my overflow, not from my foundation. This is one of the most difficult adjustments for a Leo to make, because your identity is so deeply connected to your capacity to be generous. You fear that setting boundaries will make you less of who you are. But the opposite is true. Setting financial boundaries makes you more of who you are, because it ensures that the generosity you offer comes from a place of abundance, rather than a place of depletion. And generosity that flows from abundance has a completely different quality than generosity that flows from obligation. It is warmer, it is freer, it is sustainable, and it creates a cycle of giving and receiving that feeds both you and everyone you love. Adjustment 5. The fifth silent adjustment involves simplification. You are beginning to feel, without anyone telling you, that your financial life has too many moving parts, too many accounts, too many obligations, too many small expenses that individually seem harmless, but collectively drain your resources like 1,000 tiny holes in a bucket. And a quiet desire is forming inside you to simplify, to strip away the unnecessary, to create a financial structure that is clean, clear, and manageable. This desire is not random. It is the expression of a planetary transit through your sixth house, the house of systems, routines, and practical organization. This transit is bringing a rare clarity to the mechanics of your daily financial life. It is showing you where complexity has become a burden, and where simplicity could become a source of power. Stability does not come from having more. It comes from having enough managed well. And the adjustment toward simplification is one of the most powerful moves a Leo can make right now, because it transforms your relationship with money from something that requires constant vigilance and anxiety into something that operates with quiet efficiency. When your financial life is simple, you can see clearly. When you can see clearly, you can make better decisions. When you make better decisions, stability grows. And when stability grows, Leo, everything else grows with it. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Adjustment 6. The sixth silent adjustment is a change in the way you relate to uncertainty. For most of your life, Uncertainty has been the enemy of stability. You have experienced it as a threat, a disruption, something to be eliminated or at least minimized. And you have spent enormous amounts of energy trying to control outcomes, predict results, and protect yourself from the unknown. That effort, while understandable, has been exhausting. And it has not actually made you more stable. It has only made you more tired. The adjustment happening now is a softening of your relationship with the unknown. Not a surrender to chaos, but a recognition that some degree of uncertainty is not just unavoidable. It is necessary. It is the space in which new possibilities grow. It is the soil in which unexpected blessings take root. And if you eliminate all uncertainty, you also eliminate all potential for surprise, for serendipity, for the kind of unexpected financial blessing that could change everything. This does not mean you stop planning or preparing. It means you hold your plans a little more loosely. It means you leave room in your financial life for things you did not anticipate. It means you trust that the universe has a way of filling the gaps you cannot foresee with gifts you could not have imagined. And for a Leo whose desire for control runs deep, this softening is a profound act of faith, one that the cosmos rewards with a stability that is flexible rather than rigid, resilient rather than brittle, and alive rather than merely functional. Adjustment 7. The seventh silent adjustment involves rest. Genuine permission-giving, guilt-free rest. And this one may surprise you because it seems to have nothing to do with money. But Leo, the connection between rest and financial stability is more direct than most people realize. When you are chronically tired, your judgment deteriorates. Your creativity dims. Your ability to see opportunities and respond to them with clarity and confidence is compromised. You make decisions from exhaustion rather than wisdom, from depletion rather than strength. And those decisions, compounded over time, create instability. The seventh adjustment is about allowing yourself to rest without guilt, about recognizing that sleep is not laziness, that stillness is not stagnation, that taking time to recharge is not taking time away from building your future. It is investing in it. Every hour of deep rest you give yourself is an hour during which your subconscious mind processes information, connects dots, generates insights, and prepares you for the decisions and opportunities that the next day will bring. And for Leos over 60, whose bodies and minds carry the accumulated weight of decades of effort and responsibility, this adjustment is not optional. It is essential. The stability you are building requires a foundation of personal vitality, and vitality requires rest. Real rest. The kind where you close your eyes and let the world turn without you for a while, trusting that it will still be there when you open them. And it will be. It always is. But when you open them rested, you see it with new eyes. Eyes that spot opportunities where exhaustion saw only obstacles. Eyes that find pathways where fatigue saw only walls. Adjustment 8. The eighth and final silent adjustment is perhaps the most important of all, and it is simply this. You are beginning to believe that stability is your birthright. Not something you earn through suffering, not something you achieve through perfection, not something that depends on luck or timing or circumstances beyond your control, but something that belongs to you simply because you are here, because you are a Leo, because the sun that rules your sign shines without asking permission and sustains life without apology. This belief is forming quietly inside you right now. You may not have put it into words yet. You may not even be fully conscious of it. But it is there, growing in the dark soil of your subconscious, sending roots down into the bedrock of your identity. And as it grows, everything changes. The way you handle money changes. The way you make decisions changes. The way you carry yourself in the world changes. Because when you believe, truly believe that stability is yours by right, you stop chasing it and start allowing it. You stop building walls against instability and start opening doors to what is already trying to reach you. Some people watch. Others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting. It's about moving. 8 silent adjustments. No fanfare. No drama. No one else needs to know what is shifting inside you. But the effects of these shifts, compounded over the coming weeks and months, will become visible in ways that are impossible to ignore. Your financial life will begin to reflect a new kind of order, a new kind of reliability, a new kind of calm. Not because the world suddenly became fair or easy, but because you became aligned with the frequency of stability itself. And when a Leo aligns with something, truly aligns with it, the universe does not simply cooperate. It celebrates. It amplifies. It sends confirmation after confirmation that you are on the right path, that the ground beneath you is solid, that the future you are building will hold the weight of everything you place upon it. These 8 adjustments are already in motion, Leo. Some of them you have already felt. Some of them you will recognize in the days ahead. But all of them are working together, silently and powerfully, to create the stability you have been longing for. And the beauty of it is that you do not need to force any of it. You simply need to notice it, honor it, and let it unfold at its own perfect pace. The lion does not rush. The lion does not panic. The lion moves with the certainty of something that knows, deep in its bones, that the ground it walks upon was made to carry it. And so were you. You have 2 options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.